The group of friends had planned this camping trip for months. Sarah, Tom, Jessica, and Mark were all eager to escape the hustle and bustle of city life. They chose Whispering Pines, a remote and dense forest known for its tranquil beauty and eerie silence. They arrived late in the afternoon, set up their tents, and built a roaring campfire. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows through the trees, the friends gathered around the fire. They laughed, shared stories, and roasted marshmallows. The forest seemed alive with the sounds of chirping crickets and the rustling of leaves. Yet, as night fully descended, an unsettling stillness fell over the campsite. "Have you guys heard the legend of Whispering Pines?" Sarah asked, her voice low and dramatic. Tom chuckled. "No, but I'm sure you're about to tell us." Sarah leaned closer to the fire, the flickering flames casting eerie shadows on her face. "They say this forest is haunted by the spirit of a woman who went missing here decades ago. She was never found, but people claim they can hear her whispers at night, calling for help." Mark scoffed. "Oh please, it's just a story to scare campers." But as the night wore on, the atmosphere grew more tense. The wind picked up, causing the trees to sway and groan. Strange, almost imperceptible whispers seemed to float through the air, carried by the breeze. The friends brushed it off as their imaginations running wild. Later, as they settled into their tents, the whispers grew louder. Sarah couldn't sleep. She lay there, staring at the tent ceiling, straining to make out the words. She nudged Jessica, who was already fast asleep. Reluctantly, she decided to go outside for some fresh air. Sarah stepped out into the cool night, the fire reduced to glowing embers. The forest was unnaturally dark, the moon hidden behind thick clouds. She felt an inexplicable pull, urging her deeper into the woods. Against her better judgment, she followed the whispers. Tom woke up to the sound of footsteps outside his tent. He called out Sarah's name, but there was no response. He unzipped his tent and looked around, seeing nothing but darkness and the faint glow of the dying fire. He grabbed a flashlight and woke Mark and Jessica. "Sarah's gone," Tom said, his voice tinged with worry. The three of them ventured into the forest, calling Sarah's name. The whispers grew louder, more insistent, guiding them deeper into the woods. Their flashlights flickered, the batteries seemingly drained by an unseen force. Panic set in as they realized they were lost. Suddenly, they stumbled upon an old, dilapidated cabin hidden among the trees. The door creaked open, and they hesitated. But the whispers seemed to be coming from inside, and they couldn't leave without Sarah. They entered the cabin, the air thick with dust and decay. Inside, they found a small room with a single window. Sarah stood in the center, her back to them. She was muttering to herself, the same phrase over and over. "Help me, please, help me. Sarah." Jessica cried out, rushing to her friend. But as she touched Sarah's shoulder, the woman turned around, revealing hollow, vacant eyes. Her face was pale, almost translucent, and her expression was one of sheer terror. "Help me," Sarah whispered again, her voice not her own. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, and the room plunged into darkness. The whispers grew deafening, a cacophony of voices begging for help, for release. The friends huddled together, trying to find a way out, but the walls seemed to close in on them. Just when they thought they would be trapped forever, the whispers stopped. The door swung open, and the first light of dawn seeped into the room. They stumbled out, gasping for air, the cabin now a crumbling ruin, barely standing. They found Sarah unconscious on the ground, but she was alive. They carried her back to the campsite, packed up their things, and left Whispering Pines without looking back. As they drove away, Sarah woke up, her memory of the night a blank. None of them spoke of the incident again, but they all knew one thing for sure: Whispering Pines was no ordinary forest. Something ancient and malevolent lurked within its depths, and they had barely escaped its grasp. The whispers still haunted their dreams, a chilling reminder of the night they ventured into the heart of darkness.